I'm Lisa Wetzel, and I channel information from the Akashic Records. We ask the questions, and they provide the answer. And Carrie, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's ask the first question.
What is the difference between religion and spirituality?
Religion is the word of learning through a book and a process. When spirituality is the direct connection with the universe in what you feel and what you know as your own truth. Is that the only question?
That was the only question.
Okay, well let's dig in a little bit deeper then. Okay, so what is it that we need to know about spirituality? What you need to begin to understand is that spirituality is the true spiritual connection that you have with the universe. It's what resides within you. When you begin to recognize that you truly know you, that you truly are friends with you in your existence, you'll begin to recognize that you have a direct connection with the universal consciousness. When you begin to recognize that the universal consciousness is within all, and all answers reside within you and the universe, you'll begin to recognize what spirituality is and that you are a spiritual being. This is the creation of all that is. You are all, and all is you. And when you can recognize who you are as a connection with all of the universe, and that you simply are one, you begin to recognize that your truth is you, and that you are that spirituality. I think they just repeated that. They said it a couple of times, but we're going to make sure that you know what it is. But what we want you to know and recognize is that as a spiritual being, you are always a spiritual being regardless of what your beliefs are. You can believe that you are something other than, but the truth is that you're not. When you begin to recognize that there are religions that promote the understanding of rules and propaganda that were created by humans, you begin to recognize that true spiritual connection is lacking within the words of a book. When you begin to recognize what your truth is, you'll see the simple aspects and the simplicity of a simple object that contains words. When those words are applied to the specific life, those are guidelines, they're boundaries, they are what limits you in the truth of your existence. So what we want you to recognize is that a religion is more of a guidance, or a protection of what is truly out there, what truly is contained within the universe and all its existence. When you begin to recognize that you and all human beings are in the same atmosphere and in the same congruency with one another, then you'll begin to recognize that the spiritual connection that lies within you is an unknown mystical belief. It's the proper insurance that one is connected to another. When you look at specific books and their learning, very rarely does one or another connect you with all that is. They have a tendency to separate and divide instead of bring together and unite. We want you to recognize that this is not what we want, and this is not truly how we feel. We see that we are all one, that we are all our own guidance, and that there is no other truth but who you are. When you can begin to recognize that verses and phrases are not always the truth, you'll begin to recognize who you are and where you truly come from. That is God, but it's God and the creation of everything. And as God has created everything, He has created everything as equal. And what I'm seeing is that when they're talking about creating everything as equals, I'm seeing the importance of a river or the vegetation on a mountain or a desert plain, and of all individuals and all animals. They all serve a purpose. Everything that is on existence on this earth was created to live together in harmony. And when you begin to recognize that that's the truth, you'll begin to recognize that anything that creates the illusion of anything other than that, it's not the truth. And when you begin to recognize what the truth is and what it's not, you'll begin to recognize that the spiritual truth within you is rising to the surface. And this is what we want you to know tonight. Okay? So thank you for joining me. You can follow me on my website at lisawetzel.com. You can listen to my podcast that I co-host. It's Mystical Lodge Radio at mysticallodge.com. On Facebook, it is Lisa Wetzel, Akashic Records Consultant. On YouTube, it's Lisa Wetzel, Akashic Records Consultant. And on Instagram, it's Akashic Records Lisa Wetzel. Thanks again.